Okay, first question. Um, oh, Tornado play Minecraft. Okay, well, yeah, but you add me to your Skype contact list and give me a call through Skype. I'm not gonna add a bunch of people like you do that. Okay, so first question. Jack Beaumont, can you put neons in a cold water tank? Well, a lot of people will advise not to do that, but as you can see, I have neons in my tank, and I'll tell you what, I don't have a heater in here. So my tank stays relatively cool. I mean, it stays around 72, 73 degrees, so I guess you could say it is kind of cold water. And the neons do fine, you know. Before they were in my 80 gallon, they were in my 50-gallon Planet tank, and they were in there for, oh my gosh, like a year and a half, you know. And during that entire time, I did not have a heater in my 50 gallons, so, and they're still alive. I mean, they're perfect, you know, they're healthy. They eat like, you know, pigs, and they're nice and happy. I mean, so while people say, you know, like a tropical fish has to be in a warm water tank and you can't put them in anything but warm water, I really tend to disagree with that most of the time because most fish can do perfectly fine in a cold water tank. And neon tetras, you know, they're the most recommended for a tropical tank because people say they have to be in warm water. But I mean, this should be living proof that they're perfectly fine, and they'll do just fine in a cold water tank. Now, when it gets to winter time and it's you know 50, 60 degrees outside, it's obviously going to be colder in here, and in return, the water is going to be colder. Even still, that did not have an impact on the neon tetras or the cardinal tetras or you know whatever you're talking about, because my 50 gallon went through winter. You know, my house was cold and they're still alive. These are the same neon tetras that I had in there. I mean, like I already said, so they're about almost 2 years old now, and they're still thriving. You know, so even when it got to wintertime and it was cold in here and the tank was obviously colder, they still did perfectly fine. So absolutely, you can have them in a cold water tank. Oh, we got somebody adding us on Skype. Okay, we will accept. Okay, Matthew Pace added me on Skype. Okay, cool. Let me refresh the comments so I can see what's going on here. Oh, 500 internal service error. That's lovely. Oh, there we go. We got it back. Don't you just love those internal 500 error? So awesome. Okay, Glenn Denny Sony, if you have enough tigers, at least 6, they won't touch the neons. Okay. Tigers in a tank. Awesome. I have 4 goldfish on a 40-gallon tank with an aqua clear filter, and I have to clean the filter every week. They poop too much. Yes, they definitely do. When I had my goldfish, they were in a tank with a wet dry filter, and my Micron sock, honestly, like that thing filled up so quickly with crap. Like I think I had to spray that thing out probably once every 3 days. They filled it up pretty bad. Those goldfish are pooping machines. They really are. They really like to poop. Ander A. Berry, is a 35 gallon a good tank for angels to pair off in? Um, yeah, that should be fine. I mean, there's some people that will get crazy and like, you know, say, oh, you got to have like a 50-gallon tank for just 2 fish. But I mean, honestly, yeah, 35 gallons should be plenty for an angel tank to pair off. Um, I would advise though, you know, just making it, you know, kind of comfortable for them, like adding some plants, fake plants even, you know, places for them to hide, things like that. If you're just doing like a bare bottom glass tank, you know, nothing in it, just for them to breed, I mean, I think they kind of get a little stressed out because they have nowhere to hide. So, but yeah, I mean, 35 gallons should be fine. Just, you know, give them some places to hide, and of course, you know, make sure there's a place for them to lay eggs on. Most people get those little breeding cones or even a clay pot. Some people even, like my angelfish did, my angelfish laid their eggs on my Anubias plant. And some people will put giant Anubias plants in angelfish tanks where they're breeding angelfish, and they'll lay their eggs on that. So, yeah, I mean, they should do fine. 35 gallons is plenty. Just a reminder, guys, if you guys would like to talk to me on Skype, you want to call in to the live stream here and, be heard on the live stream because the audio will be streamed through there. Just add Jacob Aquarium to your Skype contact list and give me a call, and we can chat about aquariums and stuff. That would be fun, wouldn't it? Okay, another question. George Price. Best plants for a non-dirted tank. Non-dirted tank. Okay, well, if it's non-dirted, does that mean you have like planted tank substrate in there? I need to know that. If you have planted tank substrate like EcoComplete, like me, or ADA Solar or whatever, I mean, pretty much you can put any types of plants in there. I mean, ADA Soil for one thing is kind of the best substrate out there. EcoComplete is pretty good too. I mean, I have that in my tank. Oh, another Skype contact. Okay, there we go. Now we got two people there. Okay. So for a non-dirted tank, I mean, yeah, pretty much any plants. I mean, if you're using planted tank substrate, it's specially made for, plants. So it should be fine. You can like enhance it, I guess. You can use root tabs and add some clay tabs in there for iron and things like that. But in general, it's just if it's planted tank substrate, it'll work. But the best ones are EcoComplete and ADA Soil, in my opinion. I should just say that, in my opinion. Not like that's the law. You have to have that. I think I should change my camera settings. It seems looks a little funny. Looks a little too colorful. Let's see. Oops, sorry. Jeez. Webcam controller. I think it looks a little too contrasty. Let's see. It looks actually different on my computer than it does on my phone. Weird. Maybe it's the contrast. Oop. There we go. Well, it looks fine on my computer. That's weird. Looks weird on my phone. Okay, whatever. We'll just leave that alone then. Okay, 2 people added me, but nobody's calling me. I didn't set this up for no reason. Call me now. No, I'm just kidding. Let's see. Can you put neons with goldfish? Because won't want to know if the goldfish will kill them. The goldfish won't kill them. They'll eat them. And no, you can't put neons with goldfish. I would not advise that. My computer is really bad. I can't even handle a Skype because it freezes. Oh, trust me. Mine is pretty bad also. It's, oh boy, not the best. Jack Beaumont added me. Hey, another Skype person. My Skype name is Jacob Aquarium, for those of you guys wondering, okay? So add Jacob Aquarium to your Skype contact list, and you should be able to give me a call and be heard on my live stream. Jack Bum, yes, I am live. Somebody's asking me in my live. Well, I kind of am. Glenn Danisani, unsure about adding potassium and phosphate. Any advice here? I think I might be lacking in those. Well, potassium is pretty much the fundamental, nutrient that you need for pretty much any plant. That follows the NPK system of fertilization. Nitrogen, it's nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium, or nitrogen, potassium, phosphorus, either one of those combinations. That's just a general, what plants require to grow, to stay alive. Phosphate and potassium, those are 2 vital nutrients. You definitely need those in a planted tank. If you think you're lacking in those, buy a test kit, for your tank and see if it, see what your potassium level and phosphate levels are already at. I'm assuming you're not adding those already, so they'll probably be very, very low or non-existent. But invest in a good potassium supplement and phosphate supplement. Of course, I use Secam Flourish, as you probably know, and just start dosing it. Follow the directions on the bottle and monitor it with a test kit. And you'll definitely notice an improvement with your plants because, as I said in many of my videos, when I started adding potassium a while ago, this was like oh gosh, I think this was like 5 or 6 years into when I started in the Planet Tank hobby, when I really started to get into nutrients. The plants just totally they look so much better. They feel so much thicker and firmer. Most plants. Well, not most plants, but like plants that are lacking in potassium and phosphorus, when you hold them in your hand, they're very brittle. They tend to break easily, especially like my Limnophilia aromatica and my Myrophilium and lanthanoids in the back. They're very, very delicate plants, but after they've been in a tank with potassium and phosphorus or NPK, nitrogen as well, they just feel so much more firmer and they don't break as easily. So I think it's just, it's just needed, and the plants really improve, with potassium and phosphorus in there. So yeah, try it out. I mean, it's definitely required. I mean, NPK is what plants need. So, oh, okay, chatting people on Skype at the same time. Once again, guys, Skype name is Jacob Aquarium. If you guys would like to chat with me on the show here. Okay, and more questions. Have you tried to stream on Twitch? No, I haven't tried. I used to have a radio show actually on stickcam.com, and I was really into the whole streaming thing. But ever since they stopped their website, or not stopped, but I guess, okay, what do you say? They didn't stop their website. They just canceled their domain. I don't know. Anyway, so when they got shut down or whatever, I kind of gave up on the whole live streaming thing, and I kind of, strayed away from it. So I have no idea about all the new streaming services out there and stuff. And I should probably turn off the Skype sounds, huh? Because you guys are hearing that. Let me see what I can do about that. Because you guys are probably hearing like those beeping sound, boom, 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 boom. You're like, what the hell is that? Let's see. Maybe I don't want the sounds. Come on. Oh, there we go. Sounds. Okay. So we want to mute all sounds. There we go. Okay. So now it doesn't make any sounds. Awesome. Okay. It'll probably still make the sound when it calls me, like that. Doom, 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 doom. All right. More questions. What is my favorite plant that is easy to grow? Oh boy. My favorite plant that's easy to grow. Well, for me, most plants are easy for me to grow because I have, plenty of experience in it. So, but I would, for a beginner, I would definitely recommend Anubias. I mean, that's one of my favorite plants. I love Anubias. There's so many different kinds. Anubias lanceolata, Anubias minima. There's Anubias hastifolia. Anubias Cophelia, Anubias nana petite, Anubias nana regular. There's so many different types of Anubias plants, and all of them just look stunning, And I like the way that they grow too, because they grow as a rhizome. If you guys don't know what a rhizome is, it's basically it's not really a root, but it's just a cylindrical section of the plant that the leaves grow out of. I mean, I guess you could call it a stem, but it's not really a stem plant where it grows vertical. It just, it grows, as a runner along the bottom of the tank. So I like the way it grows. I think the leaves look really, really fantastic. They're great for tanks if you're breeding fish, because most fish will lay their eggs on them because the Anubias leaves have such a wide surface area. And they're very easy to grow. I grew Anubias in tanks that I did not have any CO2 in. I was not injecting nutrients in, and they still thrived like crazy. One thing that is really not so great about them is when you're starting a new tank and you're going through like that algae, process where you're going to get an algae bloom and then you have to deal with it. Since the Anubias leaves are so much bigger, hair algae, blue-green algae, green spot algae. It like since the leaves are so much bigger and they collect so much more light, the algae just seems to like attack, and grow so much better on the Anubias plants versus any other types of plants because the leaves are just so much bigger. So that's the only downside. So I wouldn't actually recommend them as a plant to start out with, but I would recommend them as a plant that you put later in your tank after you've dealt with your algae. You have a nice balance going and everything because when the algae gets going and you have Anubias in there, it just, oh my God, the algae just attacks the Anubias plants like crazy. Back when I first started, I had plenty of Anubias plants in my tank, and the blackbeard algae especially. Oh my God, you can barely tell it was a Anubias plant because it just looked like a ball of fur because the algae was just covering all the leaves. It was crazy. But yeah, a good plant, good beginner plant, very easy to grow, but not something you want to add as soon as you start a tank and you're trying to get a balance going with algae and things like that. Radio. Okay. Oh, where? Okay, guys, if you're adding me on Skype, it's because you're gonna call me and talk to me on the show here. It's not because we're gonna chat. Do all the chatting on YouTube. Skype is specifically for Skype calls, okay? And for those of you guys wondering, Jacob Aquarium is my Skype name if you would like to talk to me on Skype. But talk like voice to voice, not text to text. Okay. All right. Sorry. Let me get back to the questions. God, we already got some being marked as spam. Ah, lovely. Gosh, getting lost here. One water change a week is good? Not really. I have to disagree with that. Sorry. Congrats on 14,000 subscribers. Can't wait till you get to 15. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I can't wait till I get to 15 either. It's going to be a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Water changes. One water change every 2 weeks for an established planted tank is plenty. I mean, you really don't have to change the water that frequently in a planted tank to begin with because the plants act as such a natural filter. Changing your water too frequently, you're just asking, for your tank to recycle. You're going to take out too much of the good bacteria, too much of the established, water, and you're going to force it to recycle. I mean, 10% water change every 2 weeks for an established tank is plenty. When you're first starting a tank up, however, and you're going through that nitrate and nitrate process, ammonia, things like that, of course, frequent water changes is always a must. But for an established tank, one 10% water change, every 2 weeks is plenty. And I mean, you can even get more crazy about it, more in detail about it, and exactly measure your tank so you know how many inches to go down and from the top of your tank. That would equal 10%, because so many people don't do that. They just take water out and they say, oh, that's 10%, But if you do the math, I think it's length times width times height and then times a certain number, and you can get the exact amount of gallons in your tank and exactly how many gallons 1 inch of water that you take out is. So you know exactly how far to go down. I mean, it would definitely surprise you, by the way, how much water you probably have changed before if you weren't properly calculating your water changes. Most people think that if they go down about 3 inches, that's 10%. And in a big tank like mine, that would be more like 15, 20%. So definitely don't want to change too much water. And, doing those calculations is beneficial in every single way. Trust me. But yeah, one water change, 10% water change every 2 weeks is plenty. You don't need to go crazy and do it every week, Okay. Got a bunch of people adding me on Skype and no calls. I'm lonely. I'm just kidding. Let's see here. Actually, you know what? Chatting on Skype is probably a good idea because it's more it's more in sync. On YouTube, it's kind of delayed, so maybe it is okay for you guys to text chat with me on Skype. Let's see. Oh, hold on. What's your favorite filter? Not to yell, because you put it in all caps. Okay, my favorite filter. Well, if it wasn't a Planet Tank, my favorite filter would definitely be a wet dry, because they're so customizable. So much room. You know, you can do so many things with it. They're not recommended for Planet Tanks because they just put too much oxygen in the water and will deplete your CO2 levels, which that's not a good thing, especially in a Planet Tank. So if it's not a Planet Tank, if it's like a goldfish tank or just a normal freshwater aquarium, a wet dry filter is definitely my top favorite filter. If it's a Planet Tank, however, my favorite canister filter of all time, and it's funny because it's actually the first canister filter I've ever owned, but it's the only one I've ever owned, and the only one that I could say that I really like. But the high door canister filter would have to be my favorite. I haven't owned any other canister filters, but when I had my job working at the fish store, tropical fish store, I dealt with so many different types of canister filters because on the tanks that we had at the store, some of them were individual as far as their filtration system. They weren't system tanks where it was just one filtration system for a bunch of tanks, and we had so many different types of canister filters there, many different brands, and there were some that I absolutely hated. I mean, the Rena Star canister filters, I believe that's what it's called. I hated those filters. They were super difficult to prime and to get going again. The Jabo canister filters, oh my God, a nightmare, absolute nightmare to deal with. They were so cheaply made, so noisy. The impellers, or not the impellers, but the ceramic shafts that they came with were always breaking. We always had to upgrade them to another ceramic shaft from another company because they were made so much better. The Jabo quality is just by far the worst, in my opinion. The filters, the hinges were always breaking because they were made out of brittle plastic. So Jabo, the Renistar filters, I don't like at all. I have used a couple Eheim. Well, I haven't used, but I've serviced a couple Eheim canister filters. Those are very good quality, very reliable, very quiet. Put out plenty of flow. I can't say that they're my favorite because I haven't owned one and used one for a while. But I have serviced them when I had my job, and I can say that they were very easy to start back up and did a great job, and they were built very well. But my all-time favorite canister filter is the one that I currently own, and that's the high door canister filter. And the model that I have is the 450. They do have one that's a step up from mine. That's a 600, and it's much bigger, much taller. That would probably actually be perfect for my tank, but the 400 is still plenty. But yeah, the high door canister filter, all-time favorite. Okay, more people to accept on Skype here. Man, I'm getting Skype people from all over the place. The UK, wow. Puerto Rico, Canada. What's up, man? Or actually, that's not what they say. Why did I do that? That's not what the Canadians say. What's up, man? I think they say, I don't even know. I'm just going to leave that alone. What's this one? What country is this? Malta? I've never heard of that one. Maybe it's a city. I don't know. Georgia. Is that Georgia? Well, the flag does not look like the United States. Okay, I guess that's a country. I don't know. I'm having a blonde moment here. If it's a country and I don't know that. That's pretty sad. Okay, back to comments here. Okay. Would a T5HO light be too much for a 15 gallon? I have a paintball CO2 setup. How can I make it work? How high should I hover it? It's Aquasun T5HO. The Aquasun, I've seen that fixture before. It's not really that bright. And I mean, if you have the one that's made for a 15 gallon as far as the length, it should be perfectly fine. Now, of course, you don't want, well, it depends on what type of plants you're growing, first of all. I mean, it depends on that as far as the brightness. But, you know, it's not that bright of a fixture. It's really not. I mean, the AquaSun is like nothing compared to like the Coral Light fixture that I had. That was very, very bright. But I would say that you generally want to have it as close as you can to your water line to get more output into your tank. But if it's a 15 gallon and it's very short, then I'd recommend that you put it on a you put it on a hanging device, you know, whatever you call that thing, and hover it about 5 inches above the water. That should be fine. If you start to notice plants developing burn spots, like yellow spots or holes in the leaves, you know, that could be because your nutrients, you know, not having nutrients in your water, but it also could be because too much light. And like I said, it just depends on what type of plants you want to grow. Some plants are more hardy when it comes to high lighting, and other plants are very sensitive. So if you're growing sensitive plants, you obviously want to raise your light a little bit, so maybe more than 5 inches. But if you're growing plants that are very demanding, you know, foreground plants that require high lighting, you want to keep it as close as you can to your water line. But the AquaSun, you know, for a 15 gallon, it's a pretty small tank. That's plenty of light. I don't even think you need a dual light fixture. I think a single T5 fixture would be fine. I don't think they sell it in a single though. I think they only sell it in a dual. So, what's my favorite fish? Silver arowana, my all-time favorite fish. I love silver arowana. Or not. Okay, I messed up again. You know what? I need to have lunch. I'm not thinking straight. The silver arowana is one of my favorite fish, but my all-time favorite fish is the Asian arowana. The Asian arowana is my favorite because I guess for one thing, they're illegal. I mean, illegal activity is always something you like, right? I'm just kidding. No, the Asian arowana is my favorite just because they come in so many different colors, and they're beautiful. Oh my God, so beautiful. Okay. Riley Hucker. Hey, brother. Hey, what's up, man? Okay, we got some questions here on Skype. Oh my gosh, so many questions. For those of you guys wondering, Jacob Aquarium is my Skype name if you want to add me to your Skype contact list and give me a call and talk with me. You know, nobody's called me yet. I've been live for almost an hour now, you know. Jacob Aquarium. Add me to Skype and give me a call. Let's chat about some fish tanks. I want to get some input from my viewers here. You know, it's nice having this text thing, you know, or instant messaging, but to actually hear somebody's voice and chat, you know, one-on-one, that would be pretty cool. So, come on, guys, give me a call. Somebody call me, please. Jacob Aquarium is the Skype name. Jacob Aquarium. Look at me, I'm so desperate. Call me, please. Oh boy. Shizdank, what's up, Jacob? I like your username, Shizdank. What's up, man? Thanks for watching the live stream. I appreciate it. Okay. Oh, we're getting a call. Okay. Let's see if this works. Our first call of the day. Okay. Hello? Hello.
Hello. How you doing?
Hey, how are you? Who's this?
It's Dominic from UK.
Dominic from the UK. How you doing, man?
I'm very well.
Cool. So what kind of fish tanks do you have? Or what fish do you have? Or do you have a fish tank?
Not yet, because I'm moving soon.
I'm sorry?
I'm moving soon.
Oh, okay. You're moving soon, so you don't have any fish?
No, not yet.
Okay. What's your favorite kind of fish tank?
I like tropical fish.
Tropical fish? That's cool. And what kind of tropical fish do you like?
Anything. Doesn't bother me if it's nice.
Mm-hmm. So you're really into just, you know, nice color, basically, you know, anything that looks nice?
Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool. So how long have you been watching my videos?
I've been starting watching your videos when I was watching Rick. You know, when he went to one one with one with.
Oh, the Rick 2325. Is that who you're talking about?
Yes.
Yeah, he's a great fish keeper. Yeah, I love his videos too. Well, thanks for calling, man. I appreciate it. Thanks for saying hi.
No problem.
All right. Well, what time is it over there in the UK?
10 o'clock.
10 o'clock. Well, you better get to bed. Thanks for calling, man. I appreciate it.
So what?
All right. So long. That was cool for our first call. How about that? Did you guys hear that audio, by the way? I hope you did. Um, I hope you heard the audio because I tried to work it out so it streams. Let me see. I can actually check my phone. Oh, the Rick 2325. Is that who you're talking about? Yeah, he's a great fish keeper. Yeah, I love his videos too. Well, thanks for calling, man. I appreciate it. Thanks for saying hi.
No problem.
Oh yeah, you can hear it. Okay, cool. Sorry for the pause. I was just I was watching on my phone to see if you can hear the audio. That's cool. See, this is nice. This is what I like. I can talk to you guys, you know, voice to voice. You know, that's nice. It's nice getting some input like that. It makes it so much more personable, you know, than just instant messaging. So yeah, Jacob Aquarium is a Skype name if you guys want to chat. If you want to chat. Oh man, I haven't had any lunch today. I'm gonna start losing my mind. I'm gonna turn into a werewolf pretty soon. Because when I don't eat, oh my God, I'm like a different person. I get very angry. I get very angry and very frustrated. I'm like a totally different person, which I think anybody does. I mean, I think there was a study out there that said like when you don't eat, you get really angry or something. Don't you get angrier? I don't know. I don't know. Why is that? Okay, what the heck is this going on? Why are some comments being flagged as spam? I don't get it. Flagged as spam. Whatever. George Price, I'm only 14. I don't really want my voice on. Well, you know what? I'll tell you right now, okay? When I was your age, when I was 14, trust me, my voice was so high pitched. I probably sounded like a little mouse, okay? It's just part of growing up, you know. It's just something you got to get through, but don't be ashamed of it, you know? Talk and, you know, say words. Don't be ashamed because, you know, when I was in school and my voice was all pitchy and, you know, high pitched like that, I hated my voice too, but you know what? I said to myself, okay, fine, people are going to make fun of me, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't bother me. You know, let them say whatever they want. You have to have that attitude. Just like on YouTube, you know, there's plenty of people that will send me hate mail or post some hateful comments, but I don't let it bother me. You just gotta move forward, you know. So that's my little life lesson lecture right there. Oh goodness. It's 12:47 a.m. over there. Oh my God. Can I put a betta fish with a guppy? Yeah. Yeah, betta fish actually, most people think you can't keep betta fish with other fish because they're labeled as the fighting fish, but no, you can definitely keep them together. We're getting another call. Okay, let's see who this is. Hello.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing? You're Jack Beaumont, right?
Yes.
Yeah, nice to talk to you. Where are you from?
Britain.
You're from what now?
The UK.
The UK. Wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
So what time is it over there?
9 minutes to 11 p.m.
Wow, what are you doing up so late?
Because I can.
Because you can.
Yes.
All right, so tell me a little bit about your fish tanks. What kind of fish tanks do you have?
Well, I have one in my bedroom. It's just a cold water tank with 2 goldfish and a loach in it.
Oh, that's cool. What kind of goldfish?
They're fantails.
Fantails, cool. And where'd you get them?
Um, Somewhere called Pets at Home.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've been curious. Tell me a little bit about your options as far as buying aquarium products locally. Like in the UK, is there a pretty good selection of stores over there? Like pet stores?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. There's loads all the way up and down the world.
Hmm. Okay. I'm not sure if like PetSmart or Petco are over there, but do you have like big chain pet stores there, or is it just like small mom and pop stores?
Oh no, yeah, we do. Pets at Home is a really big one.
Pets at home. Okay, I'll have to look that up.
Yeah, 'cause they do like all sorts of stuff. They do guinea pig, rescue animals, vets, fish, birds, all sorts of stuff. Dogs, cats,
Hmm,
loads.
that's cool. All right, so tell me about your favorite your favorite aspect of owning an aquarium. What do you like most about it?
The peacefulness of it.
The peacefulness. I have to agree. I definitely have
Yeah,
to agree. On a bad day, I can come into my room, look at my aquarium, and pretty much just zone out. Can you do the same?
yeah, 'cause I like sitting in my bedroom with the light off, just watching YouTube videos, whilst also looking at my fish.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It's very peaceful and very relaxing. I think that's pretty much why most people get fish tanks. It's just for the peacefulness and having a piece of nature in your home.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alrighty. Well, thanks for calling in. I appreciate it.
Oh, by the way,
Hmm.
I also have a 65 to 70 gallon tank with
Oh wow,
one one Oscar, four parrotfish, and two plecos in it.
4 parrotfish. Wow, that's cool.
Yeah,
All right. Do you have a
yeah,
YouTube channel where you make any videos that you want to shout out and tell people to watch your videos or anything?
yeah. I have a YouTube channel. It's not very big though.
Oh, it's okay. What's the name of your or what's your YouTube username?
Uh, Jack Beaumont, my name.
Oh, just your name, Jack Beaumont. Okay.
Yeah,
All right, guys, check out Jack Beaumont. He has some videos about aquariums. Thanks for calling in, man. I appreciate it.
yeah. You're welcome.
All right, you have a good night.
Okay, you too. Bye.
Bye bye. Awesome. Thank you for calling in. Appreciate that. Oh, we got some more people to accept here. Um. Okay, okay, okay. Sorry, I'm slacking on the comments here. All right, back to the comments. Okay. Oh, you heard the audio. Awesome. That's cool. I'm glad you can hear the audio. That's the whole point. That is the whole point. Uh, Maidenhead Aquatics is a good store in the UK. Haven't had any problems with the UK. Green Machine. The Green Machine. That's the one I've heard about. They actually have a YouTube channel also, The Green Machine. I watched their videos. I mean, um, I think what drew me to The Green Machine's YouTube channel was because I think they sell mostly ADA stuff, right? They sell mostly ADA Planet Tank stuff. Oh, we're getting another call. Okay. Hello, thanks for calling in.
Hey, how's it going? Heard the audio.
It's
Awesome.
it's going good. How are you?
Not bad.
Oh, you got some neat looking fish tanks. You got some koi fish in there, huh?
No, they're comet goldfish.
Oh, comets. Oh yeah, comets get pretty big.
Yeah, these ones I got them. They were stunted,
Hmm.
so I just keep them in a 55. There's some tetras in there and that, and I've got it really heavily filtered. So,
Oh, that's cool. What kind of filter do you got in that tank?
actually, there's several different filters I have. They're all hang-on backs.
Oh wow.
There's two of the Marineland Penguin 100 Bs.
Oh, the bio wheels. Those are nice.
Yep.
Nice.
I've got a Tetra 20 in there and an Aquatech 515.
Wow. Lots of filtration.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to make. I know that they're all really messy fish, so I'm busy talking. Go sit and watch a movie. I'm babysitting.
Oh
So,
yeah, no problem. So tell me about your favorite aspect about owning an aquarium. What do you like most about it?
um, what I really like most about aquariums is the fact.
I think your audio was cutting out. Can you see that again?
Oh yeah, hold on. I'll put on my headphones here.
Oh, okay.
I think that's what's happening.
It happened so many times. When I used to do my radio show, people used to call in and use their speakers to hear me talk instead of their phone, and you would always get that echo.
Yep.
It was funny.
Completely understand.
Yeah.
All right. Is that better?
Yeah, there we go. That's better. All right. So what do you like most about owning fish tanks?
Um, calming, quiet.
Calm and quiet. That's what I'm hearing most.
And it just, I don't know, I just like the fish. My favorite thing right now is my Oscars, which you can see, you know, I got two of them. One's guarding eggs right now.
Oh, wow.
Yep. And that's a 125-gallon fish tank. And then I've also got another 55 with a single lemon tiger Oscar in my wife's room.
Wow. So you got 3 tanks altogether, or do you got more?
I got one more with a beta in a 10-gallon.
Okay.
So,
That's really neat. So your Oscars have actually laid eggs, though?
yes, the one that's on the
Wow.
far left, if you can see it, she
Yeah, I
lays
can see it.
eggs every 2 weeks.
Wow. That is crazy. I've heard that the Oscars are very hard to breed in an aquarium because that's what it says online. Or when I read, I'm very surprised they've laid eggs.
Well, they aren't exactly a mated pair. The other one will
Oh, okay.
actually go and try to eat the eggs, so she sits by the eggs all the time.
Okay.
I've tried pairing them up; it don't really work all that well. But I'm going to try with the other Oscar, I think. So,
Well, that's cool. At least she's laying eggs, so you know if you can get a male in there and they pair up, something can happen for sure.
yeah, definitely.
That is really neat. So tell me about the filtration on the Oscar tanks. I know those guys are pretty messy. When I had my Oscar, my filter pads would get clogged up like within 3 days. Are they pretty messy in your tank too?
It depends on how well you feed them. If you feed them more than twice a day, then your filter pads tend to get clogged up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm running what is it? Marineland Emperor 200. That's the filter on the right.
That's a canister filter, right? Or is that a power filter?
That's a power filter.
Power filter. Okay, cool.
Yep, it's the Emperor line of the power filter. Just got the bio wheel, except for the bio wheel is run by a spray bar.
Mm-hmm.
That you can have 2 pads in it, or it comes with a container that you can slide into it, and you can put charcoal or biomedia in there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't run anything in that right now, but I have it in there just to kind of limit the flow, because otherwise the flow comes out of there really fast, and
Right.
the Oscars can't swim by it.
Yeah.
And then I've got on the other side, I've got an AquaClear 30 and a Aquatech 3060.
Oh, cool. That's really
And
cool.
I only feed my Oscars twice a day.
Twice a day. And what type of food do you feed them?
Right now, I'm using the Tetra cichlid food, the pellets,
Mm-hmm.
because it seems to be what they'll eat.
Oh, okay.
They won't eat anything else. So
Yeah, when I had my Oscar, I remember I used to buy, because at PetSmart they sell these little containers of worms that you could buy like if you're going to go fishing or something. I would buy the worms, they were like the large earthworms, and then I would buy what are those pellets called? They're not Tetra, but it's another company. I forgot. But anyways, I used to mix those two, and my Oscars would go crazy for the worms, though. Like, do you ever try live food like that with your Oscars?
no, the water gets too cloudy and they start acting sickly and stuff. So I stopped doing that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I tried goldfish for a little while, and because I raise my own goldfish. These ones breed like crazy.
Yeah.
Um, I tried goldfish for a little, and the tank would get, and then they within an hour later they'd be laying on the bottom of the tank.
Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely one thing that I've heard that's not really recommended with fish that like big fish like Oscars and catfish is not to just solely feed them live food like feeder fish because there's really not that much of a nutritional value in just goldfish straight alone. So yeah,
Yeah, I never used to feed it to them exclusively, but whenever I did feed it to them, they felt sickly and whatnot, so I just stopped doing it altogether.
right.
And I found a food they would actually eat.
Yeah, yeah. Because for one thing, when I had my Oscars, I had two juveniles, and they're so picky as far as what they eat. You can put as much food in the tank, and they would not go for it. They're so picky when they're young, but I mean they even still remain picky when they get older, for sure.
Yep.
Yeah. Alrighty, well, thanks for calling in. It was nice chatting with you. Great looking fish tanks. Oscars look really nice. So do your comments. Thanks for watching my videos. I really appreciate it, man.
Yep.
Well, take care. Have a good day.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Another awesome call. Thank you, Nathan. I appreciate that. We got another person to accept here. Let's see. Okay. All right. Let's update the comments, see what people are saying. Okay. King Callow, do I still work at that fish place? Nope, I don't. And there were many, many reasons why I quit working there that I could go into, but I'm going to refrain from that because it's just, it's a part of my life I just want to forget. I'll just say that. So, more comments. Let's see here. Oh, we got some more things on Skype. Sorry guys, if you're texting me on Skype, I'm trying to get to everybody here. So many people. Okay, let's answer some stuff over here. Aaron says, my cichlid jumped from my tank and survived after like 10 minutes. Wow. Why did this happen? Water quality is a little cloudy. Oh, okay. I'll have to hold off for getting another call. Hi, thanks for calling. Who am I talking to?
Hi, you're talking to Sean.
Hey, Sean, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good. So what kind of fish tanks do you have?
I have a 10-gallon and a 20-gallon aquarium.
That's cool. Are they both Planet tanks?
The 10-gallon is, and soon I will make the 20-gallon planted.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
what kind of plants do you got in your 10-gallon tank?
I have a red Ludwigia and an Anacris or an Anacaris. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. How do you pronounce it?
I've heard most people pronounce it Anacris
Yeah, that's what
it's
I'm
either
hearing.
Anacris or Ananarchus. I've heard both of them, honestly. I mean, with the names of the plants, some of them are so difficult to pronounce to begin with.
Right.
Yeah. So what kind of filtration you got in the Planet tank?
Actually, let me go back to that thing. I just have a Tetra Whisper filter in it. It came with the tank. I both bought my fish tanks at Walmart.
Oh, okay. That's cool. Yeah, Walmart sells a lot of fish products, surprisingly, and they're pretty cheap.
Yeah, the tanks are very cheap. I've
Mhm.
always found that they're pretty cheap.
Yeah. So what kind of fish you got in there? I see you have a blue powder gourami and some others. Are
Those are
minnows?
actually wild caught from a pond on a golf course that's near my house.
Wow, that's cool.
They're actually called mud minnows, and they have like these little red tails. I don't know if you'll focus.
Oh yeah, I
it.
can see it right there. Yeah, those are pretty neat looking.
Mhm. And I was thinking also, I wasn't sure if I should move those to the 20 and get 5 neon tetras and get a German blue ram too for this tank.
Mm-hmm. The German blue rams are really nice. I think they would go good with those fish, the mud minnows you were saying, and the Grammys. I think they'd be fine.
Mhm.
That's cool. You got some driftwood in there as well. Some rocks and.
Tried to waterlog many pieces, and that was the only piece that waterlogged, so I kind of just threw this one in.
Yeah, that's the thing with some driftwood. It definitely you kind of have a hard time getting some of those pieces to sink because they float most of the time.
Right.
Yeah, I definitely experienced that myself. So you got the 10-gallon tank, internal filtration, it looks like, and what kind of lighting you got on there?
That's also like a LED light.
Oh, okay. And did that come with the tank as well?
That came with the tank as well.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. You know what? I actually have seen those new kits at Walmart. They come with the LED lights now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The first time I ever got one of these 10 gallons actually came with one of those like ugly yellow lights.
Yes, so I definitely remember that. When I first got my first tank, it was exactly like the one that you got. It was a kit. It was a
Mhm.
10-gallon tank, came with a power filter, and mine came with a T8 light fixture, and that was like the best back then, of course. But yeah, it's really cool to see that Tetra is now getting into, the newest technology and including LED light fixtures with their kits now. That's pretty neat.
Quick question.
Yeah.
What kind of plant would you recommend for this tank? Right now I just have pool filtration sand and just that's kind of really it. And
Okay.
I'm trying to look for something hardy and something that looks pretty cool.
And we're not doing CO2, right?
Right.
No CO2. Are you dosing any nutrients?
I'm actually looking into that. I'm trying to find some good nutrients for
Okay.
the plants.
What I would recommend you do, since the Liguidia, it is a fairly easy to grow plant, doesn't really require CO2, but it is kind of dependent on nutrients. So if you can, invest in some Flourish XL. The Flourish XL is the fertilizer that contains an algicide, so you can pretty much overdose it. If you accidentally do, it's not a big deal and it won't cause an algae bloom. But see if you can invest in a bottle of that, and I'd recommend getting possibly some Anubias plants. Very easy to grow. Not really, they don't really require CO2, not even nutrients as well. But of course, adding nutrients is still beneficial.
Right.
On my website, I have over 10 different species of Liguidia for sale, and some that are, they don't really have that shape of a leaf, like a round leaf. They're kind of more pointed. They kind of look like Hygrogrophilia.
Right.
But those ones would look good in there as well. If you can pretty much stick with just straight Liguidia, that would be awesome.
Yeah, I really love the Ludwigia.
Yeah. Liguidia plants come in many different shapes and sizes, many different colors. Some come in really deep, dark red colors, they just absolutely look stunning. But yeah, if you can look into some of the other species of Liguidia that are out there, like I said, there's 10 on my website. But the Anubias would work good in there as well. And if you did want like a foreground plant, like a carpeting plant that would cover the entire bottom of the tank, the pearlweed pretty much would grow or it grows in anything, and that would work pretty well for you
Yeah,
as well.
pearlweed. I was looking into pearlweed, and I would really love a carpeting plant for this tank.
Yeah. And in the pool filter sand really doesn't contain any nutrients, but if you did start dosing the Flourish XL, like I said, you can definitely have an easier time growing a bigger variety of plants. So the pearlweed, just let you know, would definitely kind of be a little bit dependent on the liquid nutrients. So before you kind of get into like different species of Liguidia and the pearlweed, see if you can start dosing the Flourish first, just to get your tank going with some nutrients, and you should be good to go.
Okay. Well, before we go, I want to show you my 20 gallon.
Oh yeah, no problem.
I really want to show you my angelfish because
Okay.
they've actually they were laying eggs every 2 weeks for about a couple months, and then they finally stopped. And I don't know why they stopped. I don't know if they're just laying them at night and they're eating them.
Well,
'Cause
the
they
thing
never
is
did.
that with the angelfish, one thing that I've learned when I had my angelfish that bred is that they're very skittish when they're breeding when it comes to their environment. So if you have a
Right.
lot of activity in your tank, like I see you have other fish in there, you have a shark and a clown loach and some other fish, they might just not be comfortable breeding in that environment. Typically, a breeding pair like to be by themselves, and they do best breeding, in a tank where it's just them and no other fish to disrupt them or anything. So maybe they tried breeding and they just don't feel comfortable now. So if you really want to continue breeding them, you might just want to put them in a tank solely by themselves and see how they do then. It could also be water quality. Some fish that breed are very dependent on like the perfect water conditions to breed. There's just a number of factors, but one thing that seems to be the problem would be the extra activity in the tank. That would be the other fish. So if you truly want to breed them, just try keeping them in a separate tank by themselves and see how they do then.
All right.
All right. Well, thanks for calling in. I appreciate it.
All right. Thank you.
You have a good day. Thanks.
You too. Thanks.
Another awesome call. Thank you. Let's see. What was this guy's name? Sean. Thank you, Sean. Appreciate that. Okay, we got more people to accept. Jeez, my Skype contact list is just filling up. Holy moly. Okay, let's update the comments now. See what's going on YouTube. Um, let's see. Alex says, oh, okay, another call. Here we go. Here we go. Dude Man 1975. Hello, thanks for calling in.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. Where are you calling from?
Philadelphia.
Philadelphia. Nice. What kind of fish tanks do you have?
I have a 20-gallon, and I just wanted to know how much do I feed my goldfish?
Your goldfish. Well, let's see here. Goldfish, if you overfeed them, well, for one thing, they're poop factories, I should just say. They definitely produce a lot of waste, even if you don't feed them a lot. But in general, fish only need to eat basically once a day, and goldfish will be fine eating once a day. And a good pellet food, a sinking pellet food especially, would be fine. Feeding them the pellet food once a day is sufficient, but you can also mix in some fresh fruits and vegetables like frozen peas are good. You can mix those in, once a day as well. But in general, goldfish only need to eat once a day, and that's pretty much how it is with most fish. They can do perfectly fine with one feeding because most companies put on their bottle that you should feed fish 3 times a day as much as they can eat in one session. And I mean, that's not the best advice because overfeeding can lead to many different types of issues in your tank. It could cause, your nitrates to rise, bacterial blooms, things like that. So once a day is perfectly fine, and that should, prevent any overfeeding and other stuff. And also, frozen peas would be good as well.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay. Thanks
Okay,
for
Jake.
thanks
I
for
love
calling
your
in.
channel.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Okay.
Have a good day. Bye-bye.
You-
Another awesome call. Oh, we got another call. I'm call waiting. Okay. Tornado to tornado. Hello? Hello, hello? Oh, okay. I guess that connection didn't work. Let me adjust my camera settings here because I can see that I'm super bright. It's funny because the sun's going down on this side and like it's getting so much brighter in my room. Oh, I should actually look at my feed on here first before I do that. Let's see. Oh, there we go. That's better. Now I don't look like a washed out, or the picture doesn't look all washed out. Okay. Well, really cool calls, guys. Thanks for calling. It's been a lot of fun talking to you guys. I love doing this stuff. I love the live streams. It's so much different than just making videos and reading comments. So much funner. Oh, sorry guys. I should let you know. My Skype name is Jacob Aquarium. If you'd like to talk to me on Skype, I know some people are asking. Sorry. Jacob Aquarium is a Skype name. Okay. Add Jacob Aquarium to your Skype contact list. Let's answer some questions here. Alex Wick, pearlweed grows in any condition, even when you don't have CO2? Yeah, it actually does. See, the thing is with pearlweed, some people have said that it's a demanding plant. It melts very easily in a tank that doesn't have CO2 or nutrients. But see, the weird thing is I've grown it before in tanks where I haven't had any nutrients or CO2, and it's grown just fine. I think it's just a matter of lighting for one thing and the hardness of your water. Some plants really don't like hard water and they tend to melt really easily, but slightly soft water, I mean, pearlweed grows pretty much perfectly fine without any nutrients or CO2. Of course, I'm dosing nutrients in my tank and I'm dosing CO2, so mine is just exploding with growth. But from my experience, in a tank that has slightly soft water, not so hard water, the pearlweed just grows perfectly fine even without nutrients or anything. It's one of the best foreground plants for a beginner tank where you're not really experienced with CO2 and all that stuff. So, but yeah, it definitely grows in a tank without any nutrients. So, okay, we're getting another call. Let's answer this one. Oh, they hung up. Oh, okay. I guess I had to accept it first, or maybe I did that. Yeah, I think I did that. Sorry. Oh, this guy's from Australia. Awesome. All the way from Australia. That's cool. Okay, well, he's getting that fixed. We'll look at so. Any more questions? It's 3:08 in Los Angeles. Yep, same for me. I'm like, I think I'm like 30 or 40 miles from LA, so same time zone. Alex Wick, you use Trace and Flourish. Yes, Trace elements are good, and Flourish is good as well, but you definitely want to keep up on the NPK system, nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. So you might have to boost some of those levels up, so you might want to invest in a test kit. But yeah, that's Trace and Flourish is two really good nutrients. I mean, we need trace elements or trace minerals to, keep us healthy. So do plants. So, makes the world go round. I wish I could play music on my my live stream, but copyright laws would be coming after me, unfortunately. That'd be cool if I can do musical breaks. I can do like a radio show type thing, like, I'm Jacob Castro, and we'll be right back after these messages. Okay, here we go. He's calling back in again. Hello, Riley Hucker. How are you?
Good, yourself?
I'm good. Where are you calling from?
Australia.
Australia. Cool, man. What time is it there?
8 o'clock in the morning.
8 o'clock in the morning? Wow.
Yep.
Damn, that's cool. So what kind of fish tanks do you have?
I have 2 10-gallons and a 55-gallon.
Cool. What kind of fish?
In my 2 10-gallons, I have guppies and clown roaches.
Nice, nice.
And my 55-gallon, I have 1 black tiger Oscar, a black ghost knifefish, and 4 clown roaches.
Oh, the ghost knives are pretty interesting fish. They're really fun to watch swim. I like how their fin does that little, S-type pattern motion. Looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. So what do you like most about owning fish tanks?
I don't know, like probably they're like dogs, maybe.
Yeah, I've heard that before too. There's some people that have large fish like red-tailed catfish and Oscars, and once they get to a certain size, it's almost like they're the family pet. You can pretty much interact with them like you would a dog. Like you said. So I definitely agree. Yeah. So where are you from in Australia?
Brisbane. Just a little town north of Brisbane, like the main capital city.
Oh, Brisbane. Oh, okay, that's cool. Is there a pretty good selection of tropical fish stores over there?
Not really. I have to go
Oh.
down to the city if I want to get fish or anything.
Oh, do you tend to order online a lot?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, that's what I've heard from most people that in Australia and other countries they have to order online a lot because there's just not a good selection of tropical fish stores. But in Australia, I would imagine there's a lot of wildlife out there. Can you go to like a local pond and get some fish from there, or?
Oh yeah, you can. You get like mellows, and you get a lot of rainbow fish from local creeks and stuff.
Wow, that's cool. That is really, really cool. That's cool. So, any other questions or anything? You need any information about tanks or?
What would you recommend as a good like starter plant?
A starter plant. I think Anubias would work pretty good. I mean, I recommend that to everybody that wants to start, in the plant tank hobby, just because I grew it without any nutrients or any CO2 and pretty much in the crappiest water quality. But Anubias would work pretty well as a beginner plant. If a plant that's like semi-beginner and that's kind of tolerant with most water qualities, no nutrients, no CO2. I think that would have to be the Crips. I don't know if you can see it in my video stream. It's kind of back here a little bit, but the Cryptochoriones are pretty good and they're pretty hardy as well. So Anubias and Crips would be good for beginner plants or as beginner plants. All right. Well, thanks for calling in. I appreciate it.
Yeah. See ya.
See ya. Have a good morning. It's funny saying have a good morning because it's like it's in the afternoon over here. Okay, let's see here. Okay. All right, let's update the comments over here. Oh. What's the easiest carpet plant to grow without CO2? From freshwater fish vids, that would have to be pearlweed. Very easy to grow. Oh my gosh, I needed that water. Ooh, I'm parched. Okay, oh, I got some more stuff. What time is it? 3:22. Oh, goodness. How long have we been live? Like 3 hours? Let me check the stream here. All right, well, thanks for calling in. I appreciate it. Okay. Stream is still good. All right, let's refresh the page again. Crips, Jungle Val, and Nubius are great beginner plants. Absolutely agree with you. And I said both of those except Jungle Valve. You're right, though. Jungle Valve is, excuse me. I'm trying to talk while I'm trying to swallow water. Jungle Valve is a really good beginner plant. Very easy to grow. Anubias, though, I mean, jeez, that plant grows anywhere. Anywhere under the sun or under your artificial lighting. Oh, man. This has been a fun show. I've had a lot of fun talking to you guys. I really appreciate you guys calling in and participating in the live show. It's really cool. And you know what? It's 3:30. Oh, I got stuff to do. I'm having dinner with my family tonight. And no. I'm going to have dinner with my family tonight, so I should probably get ready because they're going to be here pretty soon, and then we are going to leave. Just going to check my phone and see if I can give any shout-outs to people for subscribing. For those of you guys that don't know, anybody that subscribes during the live show gets a shout-out. I wish I could thank everybody in person that subscribes because it just means so much to me, but it's the least I could do during my live show. So let's see here. Let's check this. Oh, yeah, we do got some subscribers. Okay. Kevin Norway, thank you for subscribing. World Below 09, thank you. Mr. Lab Yoshi, thank you. Alex G, thank you. Jas1, thank you. The Biggie 69. Oh my gosh, these usernames are so funny. Aaron Alejo, thank you. James Chen. Oh, this one's in like German. It has those two little dots over the O. I can't pronounce it. Sorry. David Rodriguez, thanks for subscribing. Kevin Criopolin, thank you. William Beriza, gracias. Appreciate it. Alex Mata, J.R. Cervantes, Dimitri Hilkins, Mr. Banyo. SV3GLW, thank you. Isaac Delegado, thank you. And Dame599, thank you so much. All right, guys, I'm going to go. Thank you so much for watching my show. I really appreciate it. It has been so much fun talking to you guys on Skype. I mean, I'm definitely going to do this more often. You guys always tell me, do the live shows, and I've just been skipping out on them because of the technical aspect, but I got it figured out. I got all the audio figured out and how to stream Skype calls, and so everything's good to go. So I'll definitely be doing more of this in the future. So stay tuned for more live shows. I'll see if I can come up with a schedule where I can do it like once every week or once every 2 weeks or whatever. We'll see what we can do. But thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I love each and every one of you. Thank you for all your likes, subscriptions, and all your support for my plant website. It really means a lot to me only. I'm just kidding. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have fun with your tanks, and I'll see you next time.